Hi Jason, we've made a start on your chassis repairs now, and there's quite a bit to do, surprisingly, which is a shame, but we're making some fairly big inroads into it. The first thing we had, in fact I'll show you the pieces we've cut out already. The main problem we had was that this lower A-arm mount had been broken off in the past, I guess, and had been welded back on. You can see not very nicely. It's all made up of big lumps of pigeon welding, and it's had a bolt shoved in there with a spacer, I guess, to try and spread apart the damaged metal. And you can see where big lumps have been welded onto the side there, and it's all been welded down here. Very untidy. It's also quite bent. If you look at the front edge, that should be a nice curve, like on the repair piece here. So we'd started to cut this out, and then saw that the cross member piece was quite badly bent and the front member was bent, so we ordered this repair section. When we started to do this yesterday, we saw that the chassis was a bit twisted, so I spoke to Phil and we've kind of come up with a plan just to do the best that we can with it, and this is where we've got to. So we've cut the damaged piece off the bottom, so we've cut that lower AR mount. That's what it should look like, and it's all quite different. So like I say, we've cut this repair section off. I'll cut that original piece off rather, and we've got a bend here and a bend in here which we're going to straighten out now, and also it's quite badly out of shape here. This curve should follow all the way along, so that's quite badly bent as well. And we're just going to start warming this up and trying to get this back into shape. The other option would be to cut this section out and let another piece in, but we figured we'd try and straighten this first. We've also got a couple of splits in the front cross member there, so we'll see how we get. Let's see how we get on with straightening this section out, and if that all goes to plan, then we'll weld those bits up. If it doesn't, then we'll cut that top section out and repair that as well. There's a couple of bits in the side rails that are dented in, and to be honest with you, I don't think we're going to be able to do very much with that other than cut that piece of side rail out, let another piece in, and I really don't know that it's worthwhile. There's the same on the other side. I think there comes a point where you say it's an old car, they've all got a bit of history, and that's one of the things that you live with. It would be quite expensive to fix that. And like I say, I don't think it's really detrimental to the whole thing, so we're just going to leave as is. So that's where we're at the moment. That's the repair section that we're going to let in once we've straightened out this piece of cross member or replaced it. Before we put that in, we're going to turn the chassis over and then just try and straighten a little bit of the bend out. We're about ½ inch up on one side, so we're going to try and bring that down a little bit to a more acceptable level. You can get away with an awful lot on these frames, in fairness, with wheel alignment and what have you, but we'll try and make that as good as we can. So we'll do a bit more as things move on.